everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, of course, we are continuing the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. This is Season 1, Episode 3. It says Episode 5 here on Disney+, but it's Episode 3, Hulk versus the World. Now, I really enjoyed the first two episodes, Iron Man is Born, Thor the Mighty. I really like the fact that they introduced those characters in a way to establish what they're doing currently in their lives and how they haven't really connected yet, even though they're both being heroes, essentially. And Thor mentioning within his episode, the last one, how, you know, Midgard, Earth, needs me, and, you know, the humans can't protect themselves. And then Odin saying, I think it was Odin, yes, he said that, you know, the humans or whatever are more adaptable, or they're able to handle this more than you think. And I think that's referencing that Odin knows maybe of other heroes on Earth. I'm not really sure he knows of them or something, but point is that they introduced them, and they're introducing some of the other things surrounding these characters in terms of like Asgard, Loki with Thor, and then for, of course, Tony, we got Rhodey, and then Pepper, and then they freaking did Hydra within the first episode, like what? And then Nick Fury showing up and Maria Hill. So there's a lot of things they're doing here, setting up stuff here. So I'm excited to get into this one and see what it's all about, because I like the title Hulk versus the World. It's not like the Incredible Hulk or whatever. That's not the title. It's Hulk versus the World. Because I think it was episode 1, yeah, because I think Nick Fury said it or somebody said it, where that, you know, the Hulk is on the run or something, or they're trying to capture him or something. So they reference Bruce out there. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do in this episode, because so far they've been doing a lot of crazy stuff setting up these characters before eventually they team up, I think, within that two-parter that's down the road a little bit. So here we go, guys. Hulk versus the World, episode 3. Let's go. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of 2003 Hulk, where he was in the desert. But then again, we've seen Bruce before in deserts. I'm about to say, is he in Las Vegas, or about to be? I mean, he's literally on the run. Like, he's not a scientist, or, I mean, they might show that in flashbacks, but they're just setting it up. He's on the run.
Suspect on foot, heading west on He's heading back.
I'm liking this setup so far of Bruce in this.
Report, soldier.
Local police reported that a man fitting the description was sighted. Pursued, but lost him.
Ross?
Tell him to get a containment cell ready.
Yeah.
General Ross, sir.
Yeah,
would
that's
Dr.
right,
Ben
okay.
come here? He's
Right away. Showing Bruce on the run. General Ross with his soldiers. Let's get right to it. No wasting time. Ooh, leader. That's Abomination, right?
Coffee, please.
Regular or decaf?
Definitely decaf.
Okay.
Because you're emitting gamma radiation, Mr. Creel. I know more about gamma radiation than them. I guess you could say I'm an expert on the subject. I know all about you. Dangerous abominations.
Abominations.
You were there. I'm asking you to tell me what you know about the gamma experiments.
no, please, Creel. You're sick. Let me help.
There's no... Oh, boy. He's going to turn to the Hulk right now. Yep. Wow. Ooh. Wow, he towers over him. Black screen. Uh-oh. With the sign. Jesus. Ah. Still hitting it. Look at that imprint on his chest. Knocking him out. Trying to, at least.
Trying to be some kind of hero? Those people you're protecting.
Damn. Hard hits.
Think you're more of a monster than me?
Well, they do fear him. I regret saying you on Soft Hulk. Well, not really. The Hulk is just, he's building up to it, you know? He's got to take his time.
Idiot monster.
Whoa.
Smash rock, Einstein.
Oh shit. Whoa. I wasn't sure what that was, but damn. Those are weird looking tanks. Just saying. A little strange. See, that shot right there looked like it had like the brightness turned down for some reason. I don't know why. Classic Hulk right there. Jumping on a helicopter. Oh shit. There you go. You know, this is the Hulk that this reminds me of the Incredible Hulk animated show from the 90s.
This is a secure channel.
Now back off.
Time to target 2 minutes.
Whoa, wait, what? Wait a minute. Black Widow and Hawkeye? He knows. Oh shit. Here they come.
Tick, tick, boom.
Oh. Damn. Okay. Ooh. Little stun. Stun. A lot of trick arrows. Like a lot. Damn.
Open fire on the Hulk.
But sir, the SHIELD agents, they're right
He doesn't
there.
care.
That's a direct order, soldier.
Direct order.
Fire!
He took the hit instead of it getting near them. Interesting.
Now!
Oh! He fucking saved your ship! That's not a very nice way to respond. I wonder if this is like all showing future villains we're gonna be seeing, maybe?
Believe me, Bruce. With the resources I have here, I will find a cure for you.
He's a monster, right? I mean, that's what they told us. That's what everyone thinks. Military and SHIELD have been chasing him for years. He's caused untold destruction. Why did the Hulk save that ship? He could have just escaped.
He was about to. I was thinking
He had a
about
way
it.
out. But he saved my crew instead.
Maybe the question you should be asking is what SHIELD and the Hulkbusters want the Hulk for. Open your eyes. Look around this place. Look at the monsters here. They want to make more of me.
I don't know if SHIELD wants to, but I don't know. There's people probably within SHIELD, like Hydra. Why does she have that?
Bring up all communications and field reports by the Black Widow.
Files are not located on the network.
Well, where are they
Interesting.
located?
Romanov, Natasha, codename Black Widow.
Spider.
Access denied.
Sting.
Access denied.
Sting.
Clint?
Access denied.
Come on!
Got excited.
Stupid
Clint?
piece of junk! I just...
Denied.
Red Room.
Access granted.
Interesting.
Play the
Okay.
most recent report.
SHIELD suspects nothing. They have given me champion class security clearance.
Oh
at
shit.
Denmark. And Ross. Ross is a maverick.
Is that... Okay, something's up. Okay, Black Widow would not do this. Something is up with this. Exactly.
Why'd you do it? Why? We've been partners for years.
The real question is, why did you do it? Why did you betray S.H.I.E.L.D. to Hydra? Was it the power, Clint?
Natasha, what's going on?
Yeah. I'm confused. Oh.
Hawkeye is a double agent for Hydra. Take him down.
Ah, she betrayed.
Double agent?
What the fuck? She betrayed. That's why she was saying those confusing things like, what are you talking about? Shit. This is really fucked up. Unless it's not really Black Widow. You know what I'm saying?
Hail Hydra.
Damn it. Seriously. So first things first, I really enjoyed this episode. I'll first talk about the Hulk stuff, and then I'll talk about the big reveal there at the end with Black Widow and kind of stuff and Hawkeye. But with the Hulk stuff first, what I like about it is that they mentioned previously in the first episode, Iron Man is Born, they reference the Hulk. They reference him. And so within this episode, I was like, okay, we'll see what happens here, because it's Hulk versus the world. And so essentially, they established, without really saying it until they start talking more about it a little bit later, is that Bruce is, they claim he's a threat to the world. The Hulk is, really. So what they showcase is just him entering Las Vegas. He's on the run, and then almost immediately Ross and his soldiers and these Hulkbuster tank things or whatever are there as well, and they're chasing after him pretty quickly. And so they could have easily done it to where Bruce, they could have shown, like, setting up, okay, well, here's what happened to Bruce. We know the story, but they could have showed it, but they decided not to. Now, they still might at a later date or something like that, maybe show a flashback, maybe it ties into something that happens later in the story or whatever with him, but they didn't. They just show him on the run, and I'm like, okay, this is good setup. And then we see him on the computer searching up an individual who he fights later in the episode with the leader and the Abomination on there. And then when we go into the cube a little later, when he's captured, we see all these other villains, all these other characters. I'm like, okay, this is definitely, hopefully, set up for later episodes and later, people they face down the road. We'll see. But what I like here is that Bruce is on the run. He almost immediately running from that cop is about to turn. His eyes start glowing. I go, oh, it's coming. It's not. He goes and meets up with this guy. I forget his name. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. But he meets him up in a diner, and he's able to absorb, I forget the character's name, but he's able to absorb everything. Like whatever material he can touch, he can turn into that, essentially. And I'm like, okay, the Hulk's going to come out at this point. They fight. It's a great fight. And then, of course, Ross with his soldiers show up right then and there in the middle of that fight. And Hulk just continuously has to keep fighting. He has to protect himself. I was not expecting Hawkeye and Black Widow to show up during this, but wow, I like that surprise. That was a good reveal. Having the voice, you see her, the lower part of her face, you don't fully see it's Black Widow, but I think there's like, you saw like the Widow symbol or something, and then it cuts to Hawkeye. He has his back to you. Oh shit, they're coming in, and of course they're with S.H.I.E.L.D., and they're there to take they're there to basically tell Ross to stand down. He doesn't listen. But what I like is that Hulk beat the shit out of that other guy. Was knocking him around. He's like, oh, I can absorb anything. And then he punches his arm off. Like, Jesus. Slams him to the ground. Then that rocket comes in and blows the other guy up. I think he was still alive at that point because he, like, looked at him or whatever. But his head looked over at him. But Hulk was, like, knocked away and shit. And just seeing some of the things he was doing, like jumping on the helicopter and throwing stuff directly at helicopters, it reminded me of 2003 Hulk film, which was not a good movie. But the Hulk stuff, I think, was obviously the best parts of it. But then we got to see what no one else was really seeing, because the whole idea is that Hulk is against the world. Everybody is afraid of him. He saves Black Widow and Hawkeye getting hit by Ross's missile, because Ross, even though he was told to stop, let us handle it, because I was surprised Hawkeye had a lot of trick arrows. He was taking on the Hulk. I'm like, Jesus Christ, and Black Widow's dodging everything around him. Is like, oh my God, they're actually able to take him on, essentially. It's kind of crazy to think that, because I thought, like, what are they going to do when they first show up? But then they show up and they're actually taking him on. And so when Ross says, fuck it, I'm going to shoot a missile at the Hulk, he's like, what about the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents? I don't care. Shoot. Hulk takes on that blast, gets hit with it. And then, or no, well, yeah, he runs at it. That, like, basically skyscraper rock starts tilting over and hits the plane or whatever ship it is, whatever they came in on, Hawkeye and Black Widow, gets hit. Hulk saves it. Now they showcase a very specific thing before he saves it. He's looking at just endless desert that he could just run away. And they bring it up a little bit later. Hawkeye brings it up because that was his main question. Like that, he went all the way down there to talk to Bruce, asking why did the Hulk do this. Because, like, I saw him. He could have left, and he could have. And I think the whole point was that Hulk internally is not a villain like the world and S.H.I.E.L.D. perceives him to be. They think he is a villain like everybody else in there, like Abomination, Leader, all those characters that were in there. But that's not the case. And when he feels threatened and he's getting attacked, he's going to defend himself. In this instance, he saved Hawkeye and Black Widow from getting hit from that missile. He saved that ship from crashing and killing potentially all the people on board there. And they still took him out. I wish they wouldn't have done it the way they did it, because as soon as he showed, essentially the Hulk has a heart, and he saved your people and took on that missile that was coming at you, because it was going for him, but he made sure to get away from you two so you wouldn't get hit from it, radius-wise. And they still shock him and take him down. Well, okay, they have a job to do, I get it, but I wish they would have handled that a little bit differently. But then, as soon after, we see this guy, I forget his name, but he took Hulk's blood, like sample, from Bruce, and was saying he's still trying to find a cure. Bruce's like, no, I'm done trying to find a cure. He's like, I'm not going to give up. You know, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try to find a cure for you. So that's a good initiative, but Black Widow takes it. Takes the blood. She's a part of Hydra. And she double crosses and flips it on Hawkeye and goes, no, you're the agent that is double crossing S.H.I.E.L.D. and working for Hydra. And tricks. I don't know how those agents who showed up didn't overhear, I guess, because when they showed up at the time being, they didn't see what happened. So Widow quickly thought on her feet. I wonder who within Hydra she's talking to. Now, I wonder if she is ultimately working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and she's supposed to do this to get within to go against Von Strucker. Maybe that's the point. No, Von Strucker was actually captured, wasn't he? Yeah, I think he was captured again within the first episode. I'm trying to remember. But maybe it's something to where Nick Fury is authorizing her to be a betrayer and not to get caught no matter what. Maybe that's the whole point. I'm hoping that's the storyline they're going with, because I don't like the fact that she's like, Hell Hydra, and then the Hydra symbol behind her on the moon or whatever. I'm like, ugh, come on. But like I was saying, Hawkeye earlier asked Bruce, why did the Hulk do that? Why did the Hulk save that, my people versus leaving? So I think they're going to start to notice. And I hopefully that Clint can get out of this, because Clint is fucked at this point. So hopefully he can get out of this. But really enjoyed this episode. It did a lot more establishing of the world and establishing Bruce. And we got to see Hawkeye and Black Widow in a big twist thing, which I think they're going to resolve it in a certain way where she's truly working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and she's not really with Hydra, but we'll see. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. I'm curious to know, what did you guys think about this episode of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Talk to you guys soon.